I'm worried about the fucking food. And get your ass together.
Listen. Who's got that stuff that talk in the background?
I'm sorry.
I see your client is trying to establish frequent flyer status down here at 36 District Court, huh, Mr. Saperstein?
Huh?
Mr. Once they get like 2 or 3 pages, they got frequent flyer status.
Okay.
Okay, so far I have not found board. Probably gonna go and look in the box or we're gonna print out all day.
I'm gonna get in touch with the Southwest Detroit Justice Center to see if he's on the list of completing his hours.
Okay, okay.
Rain. Where is this class, sir, that you say you took? Where's the proof of that?
They gave me the certificate right here from Tombstone.
And did you provide that to the probation officer or anybody?
Yes, I gave it to Carmen and she sent it into the U, I think.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Williams-Law.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Saperstein, I'm waiting on the city attorney to come in here for an offer for your client, I can get your client arraigned now and get another court date or set a trial date, whichever one you and your client chooses. But until then, I have to wait till the city attorney comes in to get an offer.
Do you have any idea when the city attorney might be there, Your Honor?
Should be here now, but so not really. Well, here's the city attorney right here. She's coming to take our water though. I don't think she's coming to help us. Is Mr. Goss gonna be here today?
Yeah, I think he's running late. He's coming in. He has something he has to deal with, so we'll have coverage for you.
We need an offer now.
Okay, yeah, I can. Let me just get my stuff. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, there's the city attorney. And there goes the city. PM schedule. She has AM schedule, June 24, 10 pre-trial, like we said, 5.
Okay.
PM schedule, she has a July 23rd pre-trial.
Yeah, that's the one, your, 1:30.
Okay, and then March for show cause, that's way in 2023.
Wow. Hey. I'm inclined, but afternoon, then my pre-trial date would be. say
Your
Ju-
pre-trial date will be July 23rd. And then, well, that says 2002. That's not. July 23rd, 2022.
Right.
And then the show cause will be March the 13th, 2023.
So you want to see your wife, right?
Okay, let's see, we're waiting. Barry Gilmore.
I'm right here, Your Honor. Good morning.
What brings you here today?
I'm here for a review this
Oh,
morning.
okay, you're- Barry Gilmore for review. All right, I see you paid. What about the classes and stuff? Did you take those?
I paid for the class. I did not secure the slot for this past month of of May. I have a slot secured for June already that's been paid for, and I've submitted the STD testing again to probation. I have a confirmation email from Ricardo De La Torres is the probation officer.
All right, let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Barry Gilmore, case number U600636621. Appearing, well, this is a review, so state your name for the record, Mr. Gilmore.
Barry Gilmore.
All right. Today is the date and time set for review. Off the record, you indicated to the court that you need some more time to get that class done. You indicated that you have secured time to take that course. And you also indicated, I do have confirmation that you paid. And you also indicated that you had your testing done and you gave that to the probation officer. We'll give you some more time to complete it. When do you think you'll have this done?
The class is at the end of this month, I believe it's the 26th. I don't have the date on, I could confirm exactly if you need me to, but within a month.
26th, it's a Sunday, I don't know, is it gonna be on a Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday, you wanna come back? I wanna get this closed out sooner rather than later, I'm sure you do too. I got June 27th is a Monday, if you wanna come in then, or we can even give you till July the 1st, is a Friday, to make sure, I don't know. What do you want to do?
July 1st is perfect. I know I'll definitely, I will have definitely attended the class by then.
July 1st, 2022 at 8:25. You get right here first thing in the morning, we'll get you out very quickly. Make sure Mr. Delatorre gets that proof of that class too, so we can have it right away and we can get you in and out, all right?
Okay, definitely.
All right,
Thank you,
have a great day, sir.
You as well.
Well, seems kind of quiet.
Yes, too quiet.
Long weekend.
Long weekend, huh? Not long enough though, right?
No, never.
Let's, Mr. Porter, you want to come back on Wednesday? You want to come back on Wednesday when we have Southwest Detroit here? Or you want to wait?
If I could wait, because I don't think I'll be able to take another day off of work.
Oh, I wouldn't have you take a day off work. We can do this without you having to take a day off work. So we'll wait.
Okay. Thank you.
I've sent a message to them and we will, as soon as we hear back from them, we'll get you out of here. Mr. Saperstein, I have the city attorney here, so she's writing the offer now. If you need to speak with her regarding the offer, then I'll put you in a breakout room.
Is the city attorney Dante Goss? That's the gentleman I've spoken to before.
Oh, well, he's not here right now, so he's running a little bit late.
This one is a state matter.
Dismiss upon, we'll dismiss the state matters upon pleading to the city.
Well, there is a state prosecutor who's on.
No.
You might want to ask her about that.
No, we'll be all right. She'll be all right. You're gonna write, she's gonna have to plead to something right anyway, so. What about, so if you want to speak to her about the offer that, or the conversations that you've had, you're more than welcome to do so.
Are you speaking to me now, Your Honor, Saperstein?
Yes.
I'll speak to her. Can we go in the breakout room?
Yeah.
As soon as she sits in our office, I'll put her in the breakout room with you.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Clerk, could you run a, so I always wait. Thank you so much.
Well, let's get your client arraigned. Let's get that out the way, Mr. Walling. And so we hear from them and we can just pass it until we hear. This is the city of Detroit versus Harley Joseph Porter, case number U617-66921. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Philip X. Walling, P35229. I am your house counsel today. State your name, Mr. Porter.
Harley Porter.
Okay, Your Honor, we'd waive any kind of formal reading at this time. My client wishes to stand mute.
What is, I'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. So what is the situation? How did you miss the court date, sir?
The lady Carmen that I was working with that was giving me the 40 hours and the gun class, when she ended up telling me the second of third, I ended up getting another. I guess they sent another ticket in the mail, but my neighbor has been getting my mail. This is how I got this ticket. I'm glad he gave me this one because I haven't received the other ones. And she said the first time I had that, when I got the court date, I think it was March the 2nd, she said it was dismissed because I finished the gun class in February. The only thing that was holding me up was the gun class. I finished the gun class February 25th.
And you completed the 40 hours community service as well?
Yes.
Where did you do those hours?
At a church, with a lady named Lisa.
Let me see, when did you complete those hours? Let's see if you're on this list. Let's see if I can find something.
Way before. Yeah, around Christmas, around December and New Year's. The ending of December and the beginning of January.
You finished your community service before you did that class.
Yeah. That's
I'll meet Attorney Saperstein online.
I guess you've already made your decision on vote.
I'll meet up Attorney Saperstein.
All right, I have that you didn't, on this latest, on the report from, January 18th, 2022, you hadn't completed any hours as of yet. I'm gonna continue to look through the, sheets and see if you're on any of these sheets.
Carmen, the lady that helped me put the hours had, I think she emailed it to you.
Yeah, they email them to me. I'm going through them now.
Okay.
don't see anything. So we're gonna have to wait. Yes. Yes. Just wait. I don't know what's going on. See, yeah, she's been. I don't know, it's, I'm waiting on this. Solve this trick. Justice Secretary. He said he completed, make those about, it's done. They've got confirmation. He's gone, here he is, right here. So for another-
Oh. Person on the phone, actually, daughter to him. She's saying she's trying to get into Germany. And then her father's gonna be out of the country for a month.
Where's her problem? Out of the country.
No, well, she's saying not leaving until.
This
Can we speak to your father?
He is actually not here and he doesn't speak English, so.
So, listen,
can you
good
call
good
back
morning,
in?
ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Good morning. Are you Miss Alvarez?
No, I'm his daughter.
All right, what's your name?
Mary Carmen Gamora.
Okay, Ms. Zamora, this is Judge Perkins. Your dad has to get permission to leave the country, first and foremost. This is a misdemeanor, so he's not allowed to travel outside of the state of Michigan unless he gets permission from the court. Secondly, he needs to chime in and do that. If he needs an interpreter, then we can get an interpreter in here. When is he planning on leaving the country?
I believe it's July 5th.
All right, so he needs to come to the court before then and get permission.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so this is a community, he's supposed to do community service as it relates to this ticket? Oh, he just hasn't been arranged yet. All right, tell him to zoom in on Wednesday morning.
Okay, this Wednesday?
Yes,
Okay. Wednesday morning with like the
same Zoom, well, give him the Zoom ID. 360.
actually, I think it's not on here. Okay, so this Wednesday,
Yes.
Yes,
is that gonna be as like what he's doing, or does he still need to go in and like ask your permission or?
yeah, that's what we'll talk about that on Wednesday. We'll have an interpreter here as well,
Okay,
okay?
okay, sounds good. What time on Wednesday?
8:30.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Steve. Is this Steve? Is this Steve? Oh. This is Steve,
So with this, Alvarez,
Alvarez.
we just want to do it Thursday.
So we'll just do it Wednesday.
Okay.
You know, they show up. If we, that would be great.
Right, okay.
This Stephen Lee?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, Your Honor.
What's going on?
I was to appear in court today. It was a ticket that I was supposed to pay it on the 4th. I paid it, but I didn't know if I was supposed to show in court or I don't know what I was supposed to do after that.
Spell your first name.
STEPHEN.
P-H-E-N.
Yes.
What's your date of birth?
November the 29th, 1989.
And what's your middle name?
Craig. C-R-A-I-G.
Who's that?
That's
No, he's
not
not
your
on.
key. He said the date of the day of the day.
6/29/2022 at 8:30, 8:35. I don't know where you get, he's got 6/6/2022 for review. Okay, let's see what that says.
I think it's at 4, so, so
You're supposed to be in Geraldine Bledsoe Ford's courtroom.
Okay. Alrighty.
What's her ID? 335?
yeah,
360-335-0000.
oh, 2.
Okay.
All right, have a good day. Good morning with the Moto G Pure. What's your name?
My name is Joseph Gonville.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Joseph Terrence Gonville. Case numbers. SP 959841, counts 1 and counts 2. 11 060-12801. And 18-395-7351. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, my name's Philip X. Walling, representing this defendant. Is he on the docket today, sir?
He's on the docket for 2 cases, SP 959841, counts 1 and counts 2.
Right, and when's he
Go ahead,
scheduled for?
Scheduled for arraignment.
Okay. Because I don't see him on my copy of the, and his last name is spelled how?
It's at 835 Gonville, Gonville. Well, 4 people down, 4 names down.
Well, he's not on my docket at 8:45, did you say, or 8:30?
835. Let's scratch that 110601280 from the record. Let's strike that from the record. That is a case where it is in front of Judge Bryant.
Okay.
So now we're dealing with, the two cases, SP 95984 counts SP 959841 counts 1 and counts 2.
Yeah, so
And
I'm sorry.
183957351, that's in warrant status. So that's a driving while license suspended.
Well, I move to recall the warrants, Your Honor, and stand mute at this time. Is there an offer?
The offer for him will be a failure to display, $240 fine, and we'll dismiss the other two cases. That's a misdemeanor, sir, that is going to abstract to the Secretary of State, however, won't carry any points, but it will likely generate another 30-day suspension.
Okay.
You have an absolute right to a trial. These cases are probably a little bit older, counselor. I can get your client a trial date, or your client can take the deal, or I can let you speak with him in the breakout room. You want to speak with the lawyer in the breakout room, sir?
I'll take the deal.
Why not? You got a free lawyer here. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Take the deal. You take the deal.
240.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to pay. I don't even know how to work this thing or go in no breakout room with him. I don't even know how to do this stuff.
I do that work. You're gonna take the deal, and you say you're gonna pay, but you don't. Your history says that you don't pay too much. You owe the court, you owe the court money already. 336, 118, 180, 45, 45, 228. All right, you want to take the deal?
Yes, sir. And I want to get those other stuff taken care of too. But yes, sir.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
All right, as for purposes of arraignment, I'll recall the warrant. Did you, you already did that, Mr. Walling?
Yes, sir. If I haven't, I will move to recall the warrants on my client.
And I'll stand your client, I'll in there and get not guilty plea on your client's behalf and give him a $0 bond. All right, so let me draw your attention back to December 28th, 2018 at around 7:32 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Wyoming Street and Schoolcraft Street, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
On that date, did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, he did, sir.
You couldn't do so, could you?
No, sir.
And why is that?
Because I didn't have a valid license and I was just being an idiot then, and I don't know. I'm just trying to get it together, but I did not have a valid license, so I could not give it to him.
All right. I'm gonna find your client guilty, counselor, of the amended count of failure to display. I'm gonna fine him $240. As for the other two charges, will your client stipulate the probable cause for the stop?
I will stipulate on his behalf, Your Honor.
All right, and with that stipulation, I'm gonna dismiss the other two matters. 240, sir, when can you pay?
I could pay it Monday. Next Monday, I could have it paid. I will come down there and pay this fine.
You're gonna come down to the court and pay it?
Yep, is that how I need to do it? Yes, sir, I will.
Yeah, you come down to the court and you have that paid, and we'll close the matter out. I'm gonna put Monday, you'll be here, I'm gonna set it for review.
Okay.
at 8:25 a.m. All right, there's nothing further.
Well, Judge, is that review scheduled also for Monday?
Yes.
You
May
want,
as well.
you might, why don't maybe schedule it for Tuesday at 8:45 to make sure he's paid?
Well, I was just saying, if he comes down here, he can come up to the court and show us the receipt on Monday, and we'll get it closed out.
Well, I'd hate to jam him up if he happens to get there at noon to pay.
Well, if he gets here at noon, it doesn't matter.
Okay, very good.
I mean, I'm not worried about that. All right, if there's nothing further, sir, have a great day. If something else comes up, then then you need to zoom into court on Monday.
Okay, I'll be there with this. I want to close this matter out. I really appreciate it, sir. You have to-
All right, have a great day, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Investigator Dale Green, good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge. Hello?
Hello, yeah, who are you here for?
I believe it is Grant. Angela Grant.
I don't have a grant on here today. Obviously, are you for the dogs?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know where Grant is, and it's no grant scheduled today.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Have a great day. All right, what happened to those, what happened to the city attorney in that? In Lyle?
Hmm.
Talking and everything.
They both got disconnected. I don't know how they did that. Seems strange to me.
So we have to come back to the main session. and-
Yeah. That's the only thing I can tell.
Okay, so we come back into the main session. Long meeting. We get you- okay. Oh. Oh, we're still open.
Next year. Give us 1 second. She's not supposed to be sitting in the chair. Sorry, Judge. Hey, this one will. Okay. Put up. If you say anything. No reason to say do not.
All right, Mr. Porter, they say they're on their way. They're getting set up at the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center. They'll have an answer for us shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry. You know, like I say, I never thought I would be here, but God has his own plans, right? But no, it's a cool job. I'm trying. I just learned something else too. That you can change these colors to the street. But it didn't work. Did you know that?
I know you can, I just never got into it, but yeah. I know Jamira does that. So you said green, I don't know anything else to work on. Since you started this, do you ever get it? How does this happen? It's not it. It's like, just keep saying it.
Sounds like this problem on this end.
Sure. Yeah, but everyone else is here. Oh. Oh,
The city attorney didn't put a couple of cases on there either.
oh,
He put them on one line.
He's here now.
This-
Is this Everstate?
Uh, The city attorney, you need to talk to her because it appears that she missed two cases that were supposed to be on here. That's the expired plate. And there is also, that's a state no proof of insurance. So at least the expired plate, she didn't account for enough.
Okay, so what are the agreements?
Well, I just have one. You didn't have a chance to discuss it with her at all?
We started discussing two things that stopped working.
Oh,
So
so
one had to do with the. What it was now.
why don't you give him the call-in number so he can call it? The 929 number? Is that,
929.
yeah, you can call, give him that call-in number.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he can call in, and then let's get Miss Jansen down here as well. Back in here. She didn't put an offer on here. These no proof of insurances are gonna have an adverse effect on your client. If she pleads to them, or if they stay in default, they're gonna generate a extra suspension for some time, so that's not a good thing. She has,
Still suspended now.
yeah, one in 2016 may not have a problem. She's got a 2021, I'll be willing to set that aside, so you can deal with that. She has two 2016s. So she should be okay. She has a 2019 no proof of insurance, state charge. I'm gonna get the state attorney in here, so.
Mr. Saperstein, I also have a number for you to call since you can't do the Zoom,
Okay,
okay?
sure.
That number is 929
929
436
436
2866.
2866. And that
Yes.
number goes to,
It's gonna be Zoom and you're gonna do the exact same thing where it's gonna ask you for the meeting ID. You put in that 360-434-0000. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna still be Zoom, it's just not gonna be with a video.
It'd be without the,
It will be without the video.
just be on the phone.
Yes.
Okay, now, there's about how many kids there? I thought there was more than that.
Like 12 cases. You're for Jocelyn Lau, correct?
Yes.
On the docket, it says 12.
Okay. They were talking like that to the city attorney. I wasn't sure what the situation was.
You have some state matters. I just summons the APA Cole to come on in here. So that you guys, the city attorney, all three of you guys can work out a global resolution to these things.
Okay. But we'll have to do the telephone now.
No, you'll call in the Zoom, you'll be on the telephone and they will be on Zoom. I can put you in a breakout room and all of that stuff, and you can speak to them.
Okay. Okay.
All right?
I'll call that number, see what happens.
All right.
Anything special like that, tell them over there?
Pardon me?
Anything special like that, gotta tell them over there?
No,
They'll know the case.
yeah, we'll get all of that stuff out there on the record. You just need
Okay.
to have an ink pen, so obviously you got an ink pen there, just in
Yeah.
case you wanna write down everything, so. Just give us a call and we'll get it all settled up.
Okay, okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, I know.
There we go.
Get Miss Jansen back in here as well, please.
Good morning, APA Cole. Good morning, APA Cole.
Good morning, good morning.
I have Jocelyn Lyle, Lile, and Joslyn, Lucille. She has an attorney, Mr. Saperstein, and Ms. Jansen is the city attorney this morning for us. And she has some of these no proof of insurance civil infractions that that you, Ms. Jansen, kind of wanted you to be a part of the conversation.
Sure.
So if you give us a second, Mr. Saperstein is trying to call in, and then we're getting Ms. Jansen back in, and I can put all three of you in a breakout room and work it out for this individual.
Sure. Sure. Could you give me 5 minutes to I have to email something to another courtroom, and I'll be right back in.
Certainly. Shares icon, thank you, ma'am. I was gonna
Yes.
have you that, what is good morning to you? What is your name?
Shari Lewis.
Lewis. No, I don't see you on the docket. Let's see if I can look you up.
Okay.
Lewis, right?
Yes.
And spell your first name?
SHARE.
Uh-oh. Lachey?
Yes.
$130, so we'll get her a rain today, right now, since she's here. This is the city of Detroit versus Shari Lachey Lewis. Case number SD 133-09351. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name's Philip Walling, representing Ms. Lewis. Did I hear you say she's scheduled for the 1:30 docket?
Yeah, 1:30 arraignment. Whoa.
Ooh, out of reckless driving. Could I have a breakout room with Ms. Lewis?
Yeah. You want to see the ticket, counselor?
Sure.
I don't know. I think that officer needs to read the statute for reckless driving. Let's let you look at it, and I'll let you. Let's get her a rain right quick.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, my client is going to stand mute, and we ask that the court set her on track for a pre-trial.
This is going to be, we're going to enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give her a $0 bond. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Walling. He's going to get the ticket, and we're sending him that copy of that ticket so he can review. They got some notes in the allegation, Mr. Walling, that you probably want to see. Ma'am, you have an absolute right to a trial, and if it's necessary, you'll talk to the lawyer, and if you need that trial date, we'll get you that date. So in the meantime, why don't you join the breakout room and speak with the lawyer?
Okay.
You let your client know that's a 6-point offense, so she already in there, and it's a 90-day suspension.
Thank you, Your Honor. This, keep me up to speed when it's my first rodeo is really good.
I gotta let her know. Turn. Is that Saperstein? Who's on the phone at 600-3852?
Saperstein.
Okay. All right. I have a Cole in here. She's on another call right now, and I'm waiting on Jansen. I'm going to put you in the breakout room, Mr. Saperstein, when they come and call. The city attorney wrote the offer for a 2-for-2, leading to a failure to display, $240. That's a misdemeanor that's going to generate likely another 30-day suspension on top of whatever well, not necessarily on top, from the date of the plea. And then the other case is a no contest plea. They'll allow a no contest plea to the allowing. That was back in 2016.
That's for what charge? What's that second charge?
Allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That was as charged. That's a $240 fine, and I'll dismiss that case upon payment. Your client obviously has an absolute right to a trial, so she can take that option as well. I'll even go as far as allowing her to pay some of these reinstatement fees up front if she wants to take advantage of the trial date so she can get herself a driver's license.
The 240 is to dismiss, correct? He pays the 240
for the allowing.
Allowing the unlicensed to drive. On the first charge, failure to display, what is that one?
That's 240, and that was a the case number is 19-409-8091. That was a no ops ticket.
Okay, failure to display. So that's 240 also. Is that correct?
Let me, you got anything, Ken? Let's go over what you have. She's got a 16-21-84-331. That's a no proof of insurance civil infraction that's long been in default. And that is a state case. It says $336. You have SP 119-645-9, counts 1 and counts 2.
I missed those numbers. I missed those numbers. SP
119
64
59.
59.
count 1 and count 2. Count 1 is an expired plate that is pending. That's the ones that she didn't write the offer for. That is a city case.
Okay, that's a
Count
city
2
case or a state case?
That's a city case. Count 1 is a city case. Count 2 is a no proof of insurance civil infraction. That is a state case. That's pending as well. Then you got SP 119.
That's a state case, you said? That's a state case too?
No proof of
No proof.
insurance, yes. Then you have SP 119 64621.
Okay,
And that is a city case that she did not put the offer on the file. Then you
Okay.
have SP, that's a no ops, that's a no ops. Then you have SP 616735. Counts 1 and counts 2. And the count 1 is an unregistered untitled.
unregistered,
That's a state
untitled?
case. That's a state case. And then count 2 is a no ops ticket. That's a city case. Then you got SP 616.
Oh, going too fast for me. Okay, this is the last one you just gave me, the 735 case.
The 735 counts 1 and counts 2.
Yeah, counts 1 is no registration.
Yep, and counts 2 is improper license.
Improper license.
And count 1 is state, and count 2 is city.
Okay, count 2 is that a felony or misdemeanor, count 2?
Guys, this is all of them misdemeanors.
They're all misdemeanors, yeah.
Well, misdemeanors and civil infractions.
They're-
I have
they're-
SP 616 7361.
Mhm.
That's a no proof of insurance civil infraction, and that's a state case.
Okay,
I have a
state case.
255 3851. That's 255 3851. That's an allowance.
That's a what?
That's an allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
Oh,
That's a state case. Also have 255 3852. That's a no insurance misdemeanor. It appears to be a state case.
okay, what's the last one you gave me? I didn't get the number on it. I was writing down this other one.
Count 2 of the other one. 255 3852.
And what's
So
the
you
charge?
that's a no insurance misdemeanor.
Okay, got it.
And then you have 19409 8091. That's a no ops city.
No ops. City,
City.
okay.
And here's what's going to pose the problem for your client. she has that went along with those cases, two other cases, 19-409-808, counts 1 and counts 2.
Okay.
19-409-808 counts 1 and counts 2. The count 1 is an expired plate city. And count 2 is what'll pose the problem, is that no proof of insurance state. And both of those are in default.
Okay. Those two counts are expired plate and no proof of insurance.
That went along with that no ops ticket.
That goes with the no ops ticket?
Yeah, that last no ops, the 19-409-809-1.
Okay, no, they go, all three go together.
All three of those go together.
Okay.
And that no insurance proof is gonna be the one the no insurance proof is gonna be the one that poses the biggest problem. Those civil infraction, no insurance civil infractions are to the Secretary of State. That's a bad deal.
And what's the problem that it causes?
It causes them to give a further suspension upon conviction of 2 of them. And I don't know how far they're going back. And then it also forces us to generate another, to send a note to the abstract clerk in order for them to release the abstraction on there to the Secretary of State. So we have to send a note to the abstract clerk to get that off and send that, let them know that that's been disposed of. And if they get found responsible for 2 of those no proof of insurance civil infractions, it causes them to pay, I think, an additional $125 reinstatement fee, and it'll cause them to have additional suspension on their license. And it's greater than the 30-day suspension that a failure to display will.
Additional suspension. Additional suspension lasts. Additional suspension lasts for how long?
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that because I don't know exactly, but I think it's pretty substantial. I saw one young lady, she couldn't get a license till 2024.
Oh, okay. But this covers all the cases.
That covers all the cases. She has those other cases, that covers all the cases. She has some other cases in default that I didn't give you because they were so old.
Uh-huh. So how much does she owe how much would she owe the court?
I don't know that until she gets these other cases resolved.
Okay, because when can that be?
That can be today. I can set her a trial date. All of these cases are pretty old. I know I saw one officer that will definitely come in, but they're all pretty old cases. But I've set her a trial date, and that date will be June 24th. If she wants the trial date, and you guys can go now, we'll set a trial date for all these cases. The other,
and we can still maybe work it out then, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. June 24th. I've got a trial that day on the 24th.
Well, that doesn't work for you, I guess. Let me take care of Miss Lewis. Let's go back on the record with Miss Lewis. Miss Lewis, I've given you an opportunity to speak with the defense counsel in the breakout room, ma'am. Mr. Walling, what does your client want to do?
Well, at this time, Your Honor, I'm going to make a motion to dismiss this charge. I don't believe that the people have that. I believe, frankly, that the ticket is defective on its face. There is nothing to indicate any kind of reckless driving. There is a huge indication that she was going too doggone fast. But that is a mere allegation, and the allegations have to at least establish probable cause that there is, in fact, the crime charged that she's charged with, the elements of the crime charged. I don't see it. I move to dismiss.
All right. Let me allow the city attorney to come in and respond to that. She gave me that June 24th. You can see what else is out there. Maybe June 25th. How long is that trial gonna last you, Mr. Saperstein, do you think?
I don't think it'll last me long. I think we may be able to work it out.
June 23rd, is that a good day?
Kind of want to get officers in time, they need to be strict.
Oh,
Look like it.
all right. What about July the 1st?
July the 1st. That's a Friday. That'll work out.
That's good. What do you want, the trial date, or you want to talk to the city attorney and the state attorney? Or you just want the trial date?
Well, I can still talk to the state and city attorney on a trial date, see if the officer shows up.
Yeah, you can do that. All right, let's call the cases. We're gonna pass the matter of Lewis. There's a motion, and I'm gonna give the city an opportunity to respond to that motion. Let's call the cases. This is the city of Detroit versus Jocelyn Lucille Lyle. And let's call case numbers SP 1196459, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1196461.
Is that on Jocelyn?
Yes. SP 616735, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 616736
7361.
16255 counts 1 and counts 2.
16.
Yes.
What's the rest of it?
16255 counts 1 and counts 2.
1
And we'll
and 2.
also call 194098091. Appearance for the record, please.
This is on Jocelyn Lyles.
Yes.
This is Bruce Saperstein, attorney representing Jocelyn Lyles, P19893.
All right. Let's get
This
your
is for
client arraigned. Let's get your client arraigned, counselor.
Okay. And this can either be a plea or it can be a trial. Is that correct? I can talk with the city attorney and prosecutor on those days, on that day.
You can talk to him on that day. Yeah, we'll.
Okay.
Any offer, well, we don't even really have a complete offer anyway. We'll allow you that opportunity to do that.
Okay. And you have a copy of all these cases listed over there with the counts and the charges? Because I've been writing it down as well as I could, but it's been coming pretty fast.
Yeah, I got all of them here. I don't have actual tickets, but we'll deal with it on the day, Mr. Saperstein. Let's get your client arraigned right quick.
Okay, she's gonna stand.
Mr.
She'll stand mute to
Saperstein.
the charges. Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, give your client a $0 bond. And I'm gonna set a trial date for July the 1st, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Okay. Is it possible I could stop in that court and get a copy of all these cases listed?
Of course,
Okay. Okay. And some of these cases, we pretty much have worked out already, correct?
we'll take care of it all on the first. Your client will
What
walk
time
out of here knowing everything that's gonna happen. She's not gonna do any worse than she would have done today. She can only do better.
You only do, okay. So that'll be on that date of the 1st.
On that day of the 1st, yes.
Okay. Can it be at 10:30?
Yes, it can be at 10:30.
Oh, okay. Thank you very, very much.
It's like Burger King, Mr. Saperstein. You have it your way. All right?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You're
All
a real
right.
gentleman.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great day,
I will
sir.
probably stop by, you two, I'll probably stop by before to get a copy of some of this stuff from your clerk. Okay?
That's fine with me. We'll be here,
Okay.
God willing.
All right. Thank you very, very much. I can let her go back home now, right?
Yes, you can
I can let her go back home. Okay. All right, thank you.
Go to the Secretary of State in the meantime, see if she can get a driver's license.
Well, she won't be able to yet. Well, there's other stuff
I don't
pending,
know
right?
that. You don't know that. I don't know that. This stuff is
So we
old.
should probably-
They've been handing out driver's license. Tell her at least she can't do nothing but try. The worst thing they can do is tell her no.
Well, I've got some other stuff to work out yet too. I got parking tickets to work out too, where she wasn't driving. Sometimes she was,
That's what they
sometimes
all
she
say.
wasn't. But it goes back years. I know. It goes back years. So she's got to straighten that stuff out too to get her license too.
Well, I would tell her to go get it. I would tell her at least go, but that's between you and her.
Yeah, I'm going to give her the number to call up to talk to the people there. Okay.
All right.
Thank you and have a wonderful day, Your Honor.
You have a better
Okay.
one. You and your client.
Thank you. Okay. Bye now.
Yeah, the one here.
Yeah, wait, the warranty. I'm sorry. I thought it. Pay your reinstate. All right. Yeah, we'll always wait.
Okay.
All right, let's go back on the record with Miss Lewis. Where's the city attorney? Let's see this. Let's see what the statute says.
Okay. See if I got one handy.
All right, let's see what the statute says here. $1,800. What is reckless driving less than? 1,800 and 3,200. So that's a 6-point offense. That would be the 257. I don't know what he wrote her as 257. That's the 6-point offense, first 90-day suspension, misdemeanor. And then the 2300. I don't understand that. 257627. So looking at the offense code, there's two kinds of reckless driving.
Okay.
One kind, looking at the State of Michigan Secretary of State Offense Code book, one kind is a civil infraction. It reads reckless driving less than. And the other kind is and he wrote this as a misdemeanor, so I'm going to take it as that he meant the more egregious. Because the one that reads the reckless driving less than, it only, when you go down to 2300, it is only a violation of the basic speed law. That's
Violation of the basic speed law can constitute a reckless driving?
Apparently. But it reads reckless driving, comma, less than. This is something new to me right now. And it gives me the number, the code number, the 2300. When I look up 2300, then I see violation of basic speed law, 2-point offense, civil infraction. When I look up, obviously that's under 257627 (1). But he wrote her as a misdemeanor, so we're talking about 257.626. So when I go to 257626, a person who violates this section is guilty of reckless driving, punishable as provided in this section, exception as otherwise provided in this section. A person who operates a vehicle on a highway or a frozen public lake, street, or pond, or other place open to the general public, including but not limited to an area designed designated for the parking of motor vehicles, in willful or wanton disregard for the safety of others or property, is guilty of a misdemeanor, punishable by imprisonment for not more than 93 days or a fine of not more than $500 or both. Beginning October 31st, 2010, this is number 3, a person who operates a motor vehicle in violation of this subsection 2, and by the operation of that vehicle causes serious impairment of bodily function to another.
I believe, Your Honor, looking at that, looking at the totality of the circumstances on this ticket, speeding in and of itself does not indicate a willful and wanton disregard for the safety of the public.
Well, I don't know, Counselor, if your client is alleged to be going 92 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone.
Yes, and that's why they have speeding tickets for such a thing. I would submit to the court that a reckless driving is indicative of something greater than speeding. That's why it's our little death penalty here in district court, that and drunken driving. The fact of the matter is, though, they have to allege to get to that reckless, they have to allege a willful and wanton disregard for the public. Even if you read the whole officer's notes, the notes indicated her willfulness was to find an open bathroom to go pee, not to endanger the public. I say that because they just haven't reached this threshold. Now, as I understand it, and I think where the court is going, and I don't want to put words into your mouth, so please correct me if I'm wrong, as I know you will. It's been, generally speaking, a policy of the Detroit Police Department, Detroit Law Department. There has to be something greater than the speeding, weaving in and out of traffic, disregarding a traffic control device. There has to be more than one triggering event. Just going too damn fast is not enough. And that's what I submit to the court. In this particular case, the ticket only indicates speed.
All right. And I would, you know, I do think that the city attorney, that I've heard them follow that logic themselves. I'm going to allow them to hear what you had to say on behalf of your client, and I'm just going to give them time to respond if we can ever get them in here.
Well, that's another problem. You know, she's not home free if she gets a 40 over.
Well, it'd be 30, it'd be, the maximum is 30, or maximum is 4 points at the speeding.
Right.
Now, let's get this out of the way. Let's also give your client an opportunity to explore the Michigan defensive driving class. I'm going to put it in the chat, ma'am.
There you go.
I know this is going to come up from the city attorney anyway, because
and her own lawyer, Your Honor.
Oh, very well. Ma'am, in the chat there, I sent you a note giving you the information about the Michigan defensive driving course.
Okay.
Please take a screenshot of that. Please take a screenshot of that. And you have the opportunity to take that course. Typically, the city attorney is more willing to give you a better offer upon successful completion of that course, and upon you coming in, letting us know what you learned and being ready to discuss what you learn, and giving substantive information, not just that you're not supposed to speed or anything, but go in detail, take copious notes, and be ready to give us some real substance about that course. It's a very good course. I quite frankly think that we all should be forced to take that course after so many years of driving, because I think a lot of us get lackadaisical. And I guess I can include myself in on that. I try not to, but of course I'm not perfect either. But it's, what I find is just hearing people on a day-to-day basis in this traffic court, many people don't even know the rules, basic rules of driving. You know, I know we don't all know it all, but I'm talking about some real basic stuff. But anyway, That's gonna be an option, that's gonna be something I'm just giving you a heads up as far as the attorney in your own. Oh, here we go.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
You guys were locked. I'm sitting here.
Why don't you, good morning, Mr. Rosenthal, how was your weekend?
Good.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Why don't you put your appearance on the record?
Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807.
Okay, let's
Good
go
morning,
back
Mr.
and,
Rosenthal.
I'm gonna have you,
Good morning.
if you got paid by the words today, Mr. Walling, you'd probably be making yourself a rich man, but I'm gonna have you repeat that, that motion on behalf of your client.
Yes. Mr. Rosenthal, Sherry Lewis here is charged with 1 count of reckless driving.
Yes.
The remarks, I don't quite get the first part. In-car stationary rear antenna entered, but from this point on, entered his field at 90 miles an hour and then at 92 zone posted. Single vehicle Doppler audio is consistent with the speed. She admitted to violation states she had to pee. Couple of interesting things. She was not ticketed. She never got a ticket at the charge. She merely got a code. But more important to our discussion here, there is no indicia other than the speeding of any kind of reckless driving. Traditionally, what we would get is weaving in and out of traffic without signaling, fail to yield to something other than merely speeding. So I made a motion to dismiss the reckless driving.
Now, is this the date and time of trial, or is this an
No, sir.
arraignment?
This is an arraignment, sir.
So, I mean, going 92 and a 55, I've seen that written as reckless. I would say what's best is to get the officer in here. If she would like, she can set it for a bench trial, but I would object to that motion. Especially at 92 and 55.
But speeding is not by definition acting in a willful and wanton disregard for the safety of others. We don't
Absolutely,
like it.
but that's why I'd rather have the officer come in, get a little more facts from the officer before I'm dismissing because of remarks.
I'm not asking you on your own volition to dismiss this. I'm asking you to argue against my motion to dismiss this.
Yeah,
Just saying I don't like it isn't an argument.
I object to your motion because 92 and a 55 is an infraction. I'd like to get the officer in here to get more details before this case gets dismissed. Going 92 and a 55 anywhere is very serious. So
yes,
especially with how many people are pedestrians in the city. So that would be my objection is I'd rather get the officer in here and then get more information before it gets dismissed because of remarks.
Hopefully there are no pedestrians on southbound I-75.
I hope so.
But having, especially at 2 a.m, but having said that, I agree with your plan. But although I am early, I am merely House counsel, and I have to call them when I see them, and that's why I have the basis of the motion. As I understanding your argument to my motion is, I want to hear from the cop. That doesn't obfuscate that the ticket is defective on its face.
I mean, there is stationary radar. So I mean, defective on the face because of the remarks for me, and because you're saying that 92 and a 55 isn't reckless. I want to get the officer in. I want to speak to the officer, and I object to your motion.
All right. Hey, can I get involved in this?
Please, Your Honor.
All right. Now, I think what Counselor's saying is, well, what the statute says is that they have to have a willful and wanton disregard for the safety of others, okay? And what Counselor is expressing is that just speeding alone does not constitute, in his opinion, a willful or wanton disregard for the safety of others, that there must be more than just a speeding ticket. And if counsel is correct in that argument, then the court would have to dismiss the case. The question would be, is this speeding, is counsel right about the willful and wanton disregard? Does that make the speeding in and of itself define that willful and wanton disregard? Is that enough to define what willful and wanton disregard for the?
I think there could be an argument made, Your Honor, and I think it would be bad precedent in the interest of justice to dismiss something like this, because then every ticket that would be over 31 plus would be dismissed, and this would be above 31 plus. So for me, I'd object. And it is at your discretion, Your Honor, but I think that, reckless can be conceived more than just maybe weaving in and out of traffic. I think reckless can also go towards the fact of speeding as well, Your Honor, because willful and wanton, 55 going in 92, how do you not know you're going 92 in a 55?
It's not about knowing whether you are, it's about, and then when I'm gonna say this for the record is that your office, and I would implore you to speak with, before I rule, I'll give you an opportunity to speak with some other members of your office, because I want to definitely keep this consistent. Your office in of itself has made the argument that it needs to be at least two violations to constitute a reckless driving. And that argument has been made in this court more than one time. So if that is the case, if that is making up, if it takes more than just speeding, it takes at least two civil infractions to make up that argument of reckless driving, and that is what they constitute as willful and wanton, then the ticket on its face counsel would be correct that the ticket on its face with only one allegation of a civil infraction or removing violation, then it would be correct. So I'm gonna before I make a ruling on it, I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak to some other members and see if you can look that up and find out the definition. Now, what I did do is I did present Ms. Lewis with the opportunity to take this Michigan defensive driving course.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I gave her that. That's going to be up to her. And I guess if the case gets dismissed, then it wouldn't necessarily be the case. But I'll give you an opportunity to also write her a offer, and that offer can be based on the fact that she wants to. Well, I know the city attorney's position on reckless driving automatically is a drag racing, correct? A 4-point.
Yes, Your Honor, without the course.
With the course, then you could give me an opportunity to present her with an offer that with the course, if she's inclined to take the course, and we'll go that route. And we may not necessarily need to do the motion, but I think Counselor wants an answer on his motion. I'm looking at his face.
Yes, Your Honor. So, I mean, she can take the course and that's all fine. Like I said, I object because going off the remarks, I believe that talking to the officer, from my understanding, has been better than the remarks. I've never, for reckless, I've had this and I've never seen it dismissed. So for me personally, I would like to have the officer here rather than dismiss without the officer.
But what am I here for? I have to deal with what's on his
What am I here for, sir? Let me call my supervisor and let me see what she says.
And we're particularly talking about just having the one allegation of moving violation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Of the 92 over. And in your office position, does that constitute a willful or wanton disregard for the safety of persons or property? And it may need to be a case that needs to be briefed to let us know what willful or wanton disregard is.
Yes, Your Honor.
But that is from your office that they've had to have. And this is coming from the attorneys that they have to have more than two than one civil infraction that constitutes reckless
Absolutely,
driving.
Your Honor.
So if that's the case, I am inclined right now to dismiss the case.
Well, Your Honor, more facts do come out when the officers are here, when we actually have complaining witnesses and spoke to them. Like I said, it's your discretion, but I will call the supervisor and let her know right now, Your Honor.
All right, and to that response, there's, the council has, what he has is, he has notes there. And these notes, there was an opportunity at that time to present what other infraction was there. So by bringing them in, I think he would be more inclined to remember exactly the case the day he wrote the ticket and put the notes down by bringing them in. I don't know if that's gonna help him if he comes in and says there was more.
Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, Your Honor, I believe that, both sides have, the right to question their witnesses to see and find out the facts of the case so they can come to the right,
Not if the
but let me call the
ticket on its face. The ticket is defective on its face. Even
And
if
that's
the-
why we,
Hold on, let one at a time.
If the officer comes in and tells you, yeah, she was weaving in on a Patrick, she blew through a traffic light, she blew through a stop sign, she damn near ran over a pedestrian, put that stuff in the ticket so that the ticket completes the probable cause for the crime that was charged.
and for all I know, Mr. Walling,
Walling,
there could be video, there could be a police report. You could give a discovery request and I could have maybe provided more information than just, 2 inches on a ticket. So that's my, I object.
actions and case notes on the back of the ticket. Let's instead of
Let
what
me-
should have been there, that's my argument, what should have been there. Your
okay.
argument has to be on the basis of what
Mr.
is
Walling,
there.
I'll get Shannon in here and you can go rounds with her. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Let's pass the matter. Let's go to the city of Detroit. Let's recall the case of city of Detroit versus Harley Joseph Porter, 617-66921. Good morning, Mr. Phillips. Can you state your name for the record?
James Phillips from Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center. We are here to, I sent you an email, copies of both his certificate of completion for the gun safety class and his community service hours.
All right, I'm in receipt of the gun safety class ticket, proof. And, okay, and this constitutes for the completion of the community service hours, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he went over and above. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna, well, let me make sure what we talked about is, all right, what about the weapons, sir?
I turned it in.
And where is proof of that?
They didn't give me anything. I turned it into the 3rd district court, the one.
Fourth precinct.
Yes, 4th precinct.
How do we know that, Mr. Phillips?
Well, the officers took him there from here. They picked him up.
I didn't hear you.
Did you hear me?
No.
Okay,
I can, go ahead, repeat what you said.
okay. He left here with an officer. I don't know if he didn't bring the weapon here. I think they took him home to retrieve the weapon and took it to the 4th precinct.
Do we have an officer's name or anything?
I can get that.
Why don't you call over there and confirm the fact that Mr. Porter has turned this weapon in?
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, we'll pass it until then. One more minute, Mr. Porter.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Walker.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, let's go back on the record with this Sheree. Is it Sheree Lewis?
It's Shari.
Sheree Lewis. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let's
It's
go
okay.
back on Ms. Sheree Lewis. We have a motion by defense counsel as it relates to this reckless driving. And I will say that the arguments have been made in front of this court that there needs to be at least 2 infractions, moving violations to constitute a reckless driving. As the statute reads, it's willful and wanton disregard for the safety of, let me make sure, the willful and wanton disregard for the safety of persons or property. So the council has made a motion that on its face, the ticket does not support a probable cause finding that the reckless driving ticket should have been issued. The council has made representation on behalf of this client that merely speeding is not enough. So I'll allow you to respond to councilor's motion.
Shannon Walker, P 53794 on behalf of the people. Judge, I have one question. What is today set for? Are we set for trial, pretrial, or arraignment?
Arraignment.
Okay, Judge. Then the people's response is going to be quite simple. First and foremost, as the court read into the record, the statute doesn't require that 2 civil infractions be issued prior to the issuing of a reckless driving ticket. Where there may be a pattern or practice in counsel's history, that is not what the law requires. And as such, that's not a requirement or a burden imposed on the police or the people in this charging document. Secondarily, this is not a motion made during trial. 2.119 would require counsel's motion to be put in writing and served to the people 7 days before hearing. Neither of that being done, nor this being a requirement under the statute, the people would ask this court to deny this motion, or in the alternative, have counsel appointed to this case and have it filed in writing.
Go ahead, Mr. Wally.
That's why I love Ms. Walker. You know, she has a very nice way of telling me I'm full of beeswax. The problem with this is the problem of the House counsel system, which is where we're at. I have to make these motions when they're in front of me. I made the motion based upon the ticket in and of itself. If the court wants, the people always have the ability to amend before, during, and after a trial. My point is the ticket is defective on its face. If the court agrees that it's defective on its face, the people have every right, if this case is dismissed, to rewrite it and put the correct information down, or put the appropriate charge that this woman allegedly was going like a cat out of hell at this time. So the court has a myriad of options. I urge the option of a dismissal and let the people respond to doing it right. I would further add the court saying, well, I've always had the impression there had to be more than one. That's not sacrosanct in law. I believe that's either a city policy or a police policy or some sort of thumbnail sketch that people have been using to establish willful and wantonness. Having said that, there's only one of those things, which is opposed to their particular, I don't want to say process and procedure, but it has always been something more than just speeding. If it were just speeding, you could have reckless driving for everybody down here. In fact, that makes a mockery of both the speeding statutes and the reckless driving statutes. It's got to be something greater to make it, in fact, reckless.
And Judge, I couldn't disagree more strongly. Using counsel's own verbiage, and I'm going to air quote, driving like a cat out of hell, it expedites the speeding statute. We're talking about something more than speeding. We're talking about when speeding becomes something more. When speeding becomes willful and wanton disregard for the safety of others around them, which the reckless statute encompasses, that's when speeding is elevated from a civil infraction to a misdemeanor. And that is what happened in this case. Using counsel's own verbiage, she was driving like a cat out of hell. That's when we elevate speeding to something more. And that something more in this case is reckless driving. And that being said, this ticket is not defective on its face.
I got three good lawyers in front of me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the decision until I can get further clarification exactly what willful and wanton is. I'm gonna give Ms. Lewis an opportunity to either seek her own counsel, or I'm going to give her an opportunity to see if we can appoint a counsel to her. And we've been pretty effective on getting spot appointments. So let me ask your client, Mr. Walling, Ms. Lewis, do you want to get a lawyer, or do you want to? All right, are you going to hire your own lawyer, ma'am? Or do you want us to see if we can appoint you a counsel?
I have no idea. If I can, if you can appoint me one, that would be great. I don't even know where to actually look for a lawyer for this type of thing. I've never been here before.
Let your fingers do the walking in the, you go to the phone book.
Okay,
well,
you know what?
I don't talk anymore, Mr. Walling.
Okay,
let your fingers do the walking on your cell phone or your smartphone. But go ahead, man.
I'll hire my own.
Do you want to hire your own lawyer? Let me
yes,
take
sir.
some notes. Can we get her file?
I put the file right there.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
No, I got sheets of 332. Is that okay? I'll be back.
No, I think you're fine. I think this is the only thing that we have.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. Thank you, Mr. Walling. If you need me, Ms. Walker, please let me know.
Judge, I am actually off today, sitting on a mediation panel on a break. Am I free to leave?
You are free to leave. Thank you so much, Ms. Walker. Have a
I
great
came
day.
in especially for you and because of Mr. Walling.
Will I see you Wednesday evening, Ms. Walker?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Walling. I think this is a conversation off camera because I don't know where that is going.
It's John Gillis's event. I thought perhaps I'd see you there.
For John, Shannon, for John.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up, everybody. Possibly, Mr. Walling. Thank you, Judge. I'll talk to everybody soon.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. If you need us, just let us know.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
All right, I got, there's a notes, all right, I have in notes here that, council made a motion to dismiss. I'm gonna hold that motion in abeyance. Council made motion that ticket is defective on its face because remarks in ticket only constitute speeding. Council represents that that does not rise to the level of willful and wanton disregard for the persons or for the safety of persons or property. Do I need to put some more in those notes, Counselor? Or does that sum up what you're saying?
That sums it up good for me, Your Honor.
All right. Do you understand what's going on here, Miss Lewis?
Yes.
I mean, you got a very, very good lawyer here that makes some very compelling arguments. I think the court just needs to be clear, or wants to be clear on the definition of willful and wanton disregard. And I think that would serve us for the future when these cases come up, just so that we make sure that we get it right. I still have given you the information about the Michigan Defensive Driving course. I think I would suggest, and your counsel would probably agree, and he had already suggested that in the meantime, when you come back, you'll take some copious notes on this, and then whatever the case may be as far as it relates to the motion, that those notes and your ability to articulate what you learned in that course would go a long way to saving you a lot of points and potential suspensions and all that kind of stuff. I do see that you appears to have a very good driving record, at least as it relates to the 36th District Court. I have not run a driving record, but what I will do is I will give you that opportunity. Did you get that note? Did you take a screenshot of that class?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to give you a pretrial date for June the 24th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. I need a good phone number from you as well, so that we can see if we can get a spot appointment for you.
It's 313-212-2303.
All right, I got the number, and we have to email Judge Carter, and Judge Carter is in charge of those appointments. You should look out for a call that you don't recognize on your phone, and answer that call to see if that is that lawyer that potentially is going to be appointed to you. So do you have any other questions, ma'am?
No, I don't.
Are you going to take this class or not? Or do you want to just?
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
taking.
So if you have an issue with the class or you need the more, all the information is there in the chat. Send me the certificate and make sure you take a lot of notes and have
Okay.
those notes ready for June the 24th. The case can get dismissed. I still haven't made a ruling on that, but just in fact that I don't make a rule, I don't rule in your favor. Make sure you take the notes and be ready to articulate in open court what you learned, all right? All right. If there's nothing further, ma'am, have a very good day, all right?
You too, thank you.
All right. All right, can we email Judge Carter? And then I gave the necessary information in her phone number.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back on the record with Mr. Harley Joseph Porter. Mr. Phillips, you indicated, did you get in touch with anybody over there?
Yes, I did. I just got, received a text from, Officer Dean. And that, the case number for that particular, when he turned that, rifleman, the number is 21 dash 121 60178.
Almost lost him. Sorry.
And do you need a date for that, gun was turned in?
No, let's see. And what date was that?
The date was the 30th of March.
All right, with that being said, I'm going to accept that representation that Mr. Harley has done what he's supposed to do, and I'm going to dismiss the case. Took gun safety class, completed community service, and fitted weapon. All right, Mr. Harley, I appreciate your patience, sir. And if there's nothing further, you have a very good day, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed day.
All right, thank you. All right. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for the morning. Thank you, Mr. Phillips, for coming in on a spur of the moment notice. But I looked through all of the stuff and I didn't see that. Mrs. Williams Law, Ms. Peckle, I appreciate that. And Mr. Walling, I always love your advocacy, sir. I appreciate you. And if there's nothing further, I guess that's gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
So I need to correct something, Judge. It's been killing me all morning. Wonton is a noodle. Wonton is the.
Wonton, yeah.
That's good. That was making me crazy.
I stand corrected.
Thank you, Judge. And with those parting words, I bid you well.
All right, have a great day.
Thanks, Matt. See you Wednesday, Matt.
Matt is gone, been gone.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll see you.
This is James.
All right.